the very outside part. What's this part of the ear? The auricle, or you could call it the
Ear.
starts with an E.
Pinna.
Pinna, right? Okay, and then I come here. What is the name of this hole that goes all the way from the outside to the eardrum?
Outer ear.
External canal. Auditory.
Okay, external auditory canal, so that's this one right here. Then we get to, this is the marking that starts the middle ear. What is the name of this membrane?
Eardrum.
The eardrum, but what is it? What's the science name for it?
Tympanic.
Tympanic membrane. Okay. Then we start the middle ear here, and this is filled with air. So here is my eustachian tube that comes up here from the throat. Most of the time this is going to be closed. However, if you end up with a pressure issue, you can open it. This is actually one of the reasons why, if you have little babies and you're feeding them, like you're feeding them with a bottle, they can end up with milk that gets up here and causes ear infections. And so you always have to make sure when you feed babies that you hold them upright and don't tilt them down. Otherwise the milk that they drink can get up here and give them ear infections. Okay, so this first little bone that's right here next to the tympanic membrane, what letter does it start with?
M.
Okay, what's its name?
Malleus.
Malleus. Okay, the very next one, that's this one that's right here. It starts with an I.
Incus.
Incus. And then this last one that's back here,
Stapes.
that's the stapes, right? Okay, so that concludes the middle ear, and then we get into the inner ear. And in the inner ear, we have the cochlea, which looks like the snail shell. We have the snail part right here, which is the vestibule. And then the semicircular canals are these ones that are right here that are kind of like the antenna. So think of this kind of like a snail, right? Okay, so this right here, the snail shell, the cochlea, it is responsible for hearing. So this part is responsible for hearing. The vestibule, this part that's right here, this is responsible for dynamic equilibrium. And dynamic equilibrium is the way that you tilt your head, okay? So this reports to your brain which way your head is tilted. Then these right here, these are for the angular momentum. So if you're spinning around or moving at different angles, things like that, that is what reports back to your head. And then this is the vestibulocochlear nerve, because this part branches off and this becomes the cochlear nerve. And then this part branches off and goes right here, and that would be the vestibular nerve, right? Vestibulocochlear. And all of that goes to the brain.